Hey everyone. So this is your practice quiz. We're talking surface area here, and let's keep in mind surface area is kind of what it says. It's the area of the surface. Now we are talking about a net here, and all a net is, it's a shape that's been unfolded. So in this first particular shape here, we are dealing with a triangular prism. If we would fold it up, we would have a triangle that's on the top and on the bottom, and we'd have rectangles that are wrapping around it. So when we do the surface area, we're simply going to find the area of each face and then add them all up. So I like to break it down. So there's shape number one, number two, number three, number four, and we'll call this guy number five. That's there. Okay, so remember, area of our rectangles, and that's what we've got here. In one, two, and three, it's length times width. Now, they're not always going to be the exact same. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. In this particular case, well, they are going to be, and let's kind of show you why. So we can see in rectangle number one, we can see it's 11 tall, it's 7 wide. So 11 times 7, hello, 77. In rectangle number two, it's also 11 tall. Remember, opposite sides in a rectangle have the same length. And it is going to be 7 wide here, all right? Because of the sides being the same here, all right? When we fold them up, it's going to end up matching up with each other. So again, 11 times 7 is 77. And typically what they'll do here is they'll give you markings ahead of time, letting you know they're the exact same. So that's another little added benefit, and that should have been in there to begin with for the question. But yes, we want to stay away from assumptions regarding the size, or we do want evidence that's there. Rectangle 3 does the exact same thing. Again, we can see that it is 7 wide. You can see it is 11 tall. So again, 11 times 7 does give us 77. Now, in shapes 4 and 5, they are triangles. They are going to be the same because it is a triangular prism, and so the top and the bottom in a prism need to be the same. So I'm actually going to go up to triangle number 5 right there. All right. I can see that it is 7 wide. All right, as we talked about, the markings tell me that all the sides are the exact same. And so it is 5 tall. You can see that here, 5 tall. Remember, with your triangles, it's base times height. And again, base and height always meet at the right angle symbol, and there it is. And then we need to divide it by 2. So 7 times 5 is 35. If you chop 35 in half, you are going to get 17 and 5 tenths, or 7 and a half. The 4, it does the exact same thing because again, it's the same. It is a triangular prism. So again, we are going to multiply base and height and divide by 2. We're still going to get that 13 point. I'm sorry. Not 13.5. Yeah, 12. All right. Let's bring that on back here. That's 12.5. All right. So then we're just going to add them all up to get our totals here. Yeah, you can certainly bring your calculator out. I think that's 12.5, right? Yeah, I hope so. Hope I said that before. If not, it is now. So yeah, we're just gonna add them all up. So 12.5 plus 12.5 is going to give me a. Wait a second. Wait a second. No, not 12 and 5 tenths. 35 divided by 2, that is 17.5. So let me come on back here. All right. Yeah, you do that sometimes when you take tests or quizzes there. You'll start talking and you'll be confident in what you've got going on here. And then all of a sudden, something will click in on you there. This does not make sense there. So yes, it is going to be our 17.5. So let's take that again. When you add 17.5 and 17.5 here, you do get 35. All right, if I add all of my 77s together, all right, well, 7, 7, and 7, all right, that's 21. So I'm going to put down the 1. I'm going to carry the 2. Again, 21, 22, 23. So it's 231. Again, you can just rattle that off in your calculator all at once. I'm going to rough it as if we're camping here, all right? And then add the 231. So the 8 with the 1 gives me the 9. The 3 plus the 3 gives me the 6. So it's 269 we're looking at. So yeah, it is inches and it is squared because again, it is area that we are dealing with here. All right, so let's kind of chop that off here. We've got ourselves our rectangular prism here in question number 2. So we're going to find the area of all those rectangles and add them on up. So I'm going to call you region 1. I'm going to call you region 2, you region 3, you region 4, hello region 5, and there's region 6. Now, one of the things we talked about in the previous videos is that with rectangular prisms, they all have dancing partners. The top is the same as the bottom. The left is the same as the right, and the front is the same as the back. So we should see some pairs that are happening here. So with rectangle number 1 up there, I can see that it is 10 wide, it is 12 tall. 10 times 12, hello, 120. All right, rectangle 2, I can see it's also 10 wide because of up there, opposite sides have the same length. And I can also see that, hey, if this is 2, that means this guy's 2. There it is, it's 10 wide, 2 tall. So in 2, which gives me a 20. Rectangle number 3, I can see that it's 12 tall. I need to figure out how wide it is. Again, opposite sides have the same length. So rectangle number 3, it is a 12, 10, 120. There's one of my pairs, 120 and 120. All right, let's see here, rectangle 4. All right, so this one's going to make me do a little bit more. I can see the 10 that is here, but I've got to figure out how tall it is. So there's 2 ways I can go about this. One is well, I'll be honest with you, there's not 2 ways we can go about this. There's kind of one way. This is where we have to visualize of what's going on. And this is where the frustration sets in. I get it, all right? But if we would fold it, this rectangle is going to match up with this rectangle. This would be the bottom and that would be the top. Again, how'd I get that? Well, that's my visual skills of actually folding it on up. So if you wanted to, all right, you could actually put that on pause for a moment if you're not, no, I don't know about it. Check out rectangle number 5. All right, we'll come back to 4 here. Just there's those L's that we talked about. So I do know that they are the same when we fold it. So it has to be a 12. So you can see 12 wide, 2 tall. So 12 times 2 gives me 24. Over here, we kind of got the exact same thing that's going on. And if you want, you could say the opposite is a 12. So that would make my L. So that would also be a 12. You can see there's your 2, opposite sides of a 2. Again, 12 times 2. So the reason why I kind of skipped over on 4 is, let's go back, who's missing the dancing partner? All right. I got 2 24s, I got 2 120s, so I can see it is going to be that 20, which is a 10 times the 2. And again, it's the idea that this particular rectangle, when folded, would sit on this particular rectangle. Again, visual spatial skills. All right, so let's add things on up. If I add these guys up, that's a 140. If I add these guys up, that's also 140. Add these guys up, that's 48. So now I can add these guys up. There's an 8, 4, 8, 12. Carry the 1, 328 inches squared. All right. So yeah, again, use the calculator, punch things in. All right, that's fine. But use this quiz to kind of walk you through your quiz that you're about to take, the other file that's there. Friendly reminders, my goodness, people, triangles, make sure you cut them in half. That we did up here, we divide by 2. All right, and then for your rectangular prism, dancing partners. All right, again, that top is the same as the bottom, that left is the same as the right. Keep in mind when you take your quiz, print it off, find right on it, take a picture. Just use a separate sheet of paper. Leave it on your screen in front of you. Or do the drawing on it if you so choose. Completely up to you as to which technique works better for you. I don't mind how you send it. However you've been sending it's been working. Otherwise, I would tell you. All right, I would let you know that it does not work. Lastly, there's no need to send this in. All right, you should have all the correct answers. All right. I am interested in that lesson 11 quiz that you got. All right, everyone, enjoy.